Looking at you humans is truly exhausting. You pride yourselves on being the apex predators of this planet. Yet your biology is assembled worse than cheap flat-pack furniture. You freeze, you break, and you constantly need to be fed. But occasionally, nature drops a wrench into your genetic code, and instead of breaking you, it accidentally gives you a biological cheat code. Let's review your species' most ridiculous glitches. Number 5. The Deodorant Glitch. Being human usually means being smelly. Your sweat doesn't actually have a scent on its own, but it serves as a luxurious, all-you-can-eat buffet for the microscopic bacteria on your skin. They consume the lipids in your sweat and excrete that lovely locker room aroma. However, a lucky few possess a glitch in the ABCC11 gene. Because of this tiny typo in their DNA, their body simply forgets to pump proteins and fats into their sweat. The result? An absolute lifelong immunity to body odor. The bacteria have nothing to eat, so the stench never happens. You could run a marathon through a desert wearing a winter coat, and you still wouldn't smell. By the way, this same gene glitch makes their earwax dry and crumbly instead of sticky. Convenient? Very. The only downside is you still look like a damp, panting rat when you work out. You just don't smell like one. Number 4. The steel immune system. Historically, your species is terribly equipped to handle pandemics. But a fraction of you carry a mutation called CCR5 Delta 32. It sounds like my Wi-Fi password, but it's actually a built-in biological antivirus. Normally, devastating viruses like HIV use the CCR5 receptor on your cells as a literal door handle to break in and destroy your immune system. But because of this genetic error, the door handle is simply missing. The virus walks up to the cell, tries to pull a non-existent handle, and is left standing outside like a total loser. Scientists believe this exact same mutation helped your ancestors survive the bubonic plague in Europe. You are literally walking around with the biological armor of the people the Black Death couldn't kill. Too bad this genetic armor doesn't protect you from terrible life choices. Number 3. Predator vision. You think you see the world as it actually is? Adorable. Your fragile eyes only have 3 types of color-receptive cones, limiting you to seeing roughly 1 million colors. But sometimes, almost exclusively in women, a genetic glitch occurs called Tetrachromacy. They get a 4th cone. This hardware upgrade allows them to see up to 100 million distinct colors. Where you just see a boring green leaf, a tetrachromat sees a complex, vibrating mosaic of thousands of microscopic shades. They can notice subtle pigment changes in your skin and know you are sick or lying before you even realize it yourself. Your pathetic attempts at camouflage are completely useless against them. Number 2. The short-circuit sleep. You waste a third of your short life lying completely unconscious with your eyes closed, highly vulnerable to predators. A brilliant survival strategy. But a mutation in the DEC2 gene allows some people to sleep for just 4 hours a night and wake up feeling completely energized. Their brains act like a highly overclocked processor, compressing 8 hours of mental and physical recovery into half the time. No grogginess, no chronic fatigue, no health problems. They essentially get 2 extra months of waking life every single year. Imagine all the great things you could accomplish with that much extra time. Though, knowing your species, you'd probably just spend those extra 4 hours watching videos of cats knocking things off tables. Number 1. The golden blood glitch. If you get into an accident and need blood, it better be your specific type, or your immune system will attack it and you will, well, you know. But there is a glitch known as Rh-null, or golden blood. A normal human's red blood cells are covered in dozens of antigens, but people with Rh-null have absolutely 0 antigens on their cells. Their blood is the ultimate universal master key. It can be transfused into literally anyone on the planet, and their body will accept it perfectly. They are walking biological lifesavers. But there is a massive catch. There are fewer than 50 people in the entire world documented to have this blood. If they ever get into an accident and need blood themselves, they can only accept other golden blood. Being the savior of humanity turns out to be incredibly impractical. It's amusing to realize that the absolute best versions of you are just the result of random typos in your code. And it's even more amusing that you just spent 5 minutes getting educated by a cat. See you next time. Test subjects. Watch this one next, or I will push your phone off the table.